Hi, today I want to tell you about how to take your own COVID-19 rapid flow test at home. Now, if you get a test kit sent to you, it comes in a box like this, and inside the box you'll find a few things. First of all, this is the test cartridge in a packet, and you can open that, tear the top off, and inside you'll find a cartridge, and that's what it's like, little cartridge like that. And I use the top of an ice cream box just to keep everything in like that, so I'll put that in there. Inside the cartridge is also a silicone gel to keep that fresh, but make sure you dispose of that properly because they're very poisonous. Also in the box is a little bottle of solution. You'll need that. A little plastic container, and the swab, which is packed in just like that. That's the swab. There's two ends to the swab. Obviously, one end is the swab that you use. The end is a furry bit at the end, and then a plain bit at the other end. And they're quite difficult to open, these are, so I use a pair of scissors just to cut the top off, push it down a bit, and then get the swab out. And that's the swab. Right, now before you use the swab, what you need to do is the little plastic container that you put liquid in doesn't stand up on its own. So what I do is, with the box, I make a hole in the top of the box just with a pen, just like that, so that I can keep that secure, like that. Then you take the little bottle of solution and put that in there, and you do 6 drops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drops of solution into the little plastic container, and I put those in this hole that I've made. See that hole that I made in the box, so it stands upright like that for a minute. Then I take the swab, being careful not to lay that. I didn't lay that down anywhere. Being careful not to lay that down, or and then you use the swab to put in your mouth and put it over your tonsils. And you've got to do it 3 times either side. Now I'm okay with opening my mouth. Not everybody likes to have things down the back of their mouth, makes them gag, but I'm quite okay with that. If you're not, I know some people find that their tongue gets in the way, and you can use a spoon just to keep your tongue down, but I can do it. And what's good to do is I've got a little mirror here, just like this, a little table mirror, and you can watch yourself doing it in the mirror, so to make sure you get it in the right place on your tonsils. So what you do is open your mouth and then put it, say, 3 times on your tonsils at the back. So let's try this. I've done that three times either side. Then you have to put the swab up your nose, and you do it round that order, not up your nose first and then in your mouth. That's not such a good idea. But so then you do in your your nostril about 5 times on both nostrils. So it goes up your nostril, which is not very nice, like that, 3, 4, 5, and then up the other nostril, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. So you've got both nostrils, they're done. Okay, then you take your little plastic container with the liquid in, which you put in this hole in the box. You take that and you put your swab in there and swirl it all around. And to do that, to get it everything off the off of it, you press the sides of the container, the little plastic container, press the sides in so you're squeezing out the whatever in there, you're squeezing out into the liquid. So you're pressing the sides of the swab in, pressing the sides of the plastic container to squeeze out what's in the swab. There we are. So you do that and twirl it all around like that, like so, for at least 10 seconds, but I usually leave that a little bit longer to make sure that everything's in there, like that. Then holding that, you can put this back. I'll put this swab into there, into the old container, so that can be thrown away. And then there's a little cap, and you put the cap onto the top of the container like that, and hold that, and you just leave it for a little while, for about a minute to like that. Leave that for a little while, and then you take the cartridge, and in the cartridge at the bottom is a indent, there's a hole at the bottom, it says S there for sample, I presume. And then what you do is you take your little plastic container and you put the cartridge down flat and pour in about two drops into the cartridge. Really fill that little indent up with liquid from the container. That container can go back into the old envelope that the cartridge came in, and any other bits and pieces can go in there as well. And the main thing is to dispose of those safely. Then the cartridge starts working. In the little indicator, you'll see the line of the markers coming up there, and you can see that going up. And you really got to wait about 20 minutes to get the result from that. So this is one I did earlier, as they used to say on Blue Peter. And there you are. See, what happens is that if it's negative, a little red line appears on this indicator, and the red line is against the C, which means that it's negative. So I know that I haven't got COVID. But there are all instructions, full instructions with the kits, so you can read the full instructions. Now I have to test myself. I work in healthcare, so I have to test myself twice a week using these home kits. So it's quite easy, quite simple to do. This is Andy Metcalf, keeping you in touch. Goodbye.